Hello guys, how are you today? And I'm just walking down the street from my house. Let me get something straight here. These are not my houses. These are not my house. I don't my house is a little older. My house is like 40, 50 years old, but it's all renovated. But this is my neighborhood, and I just live up the street. I just walk because some people are over at my house, and I am just walking and smoking a cigarette while I'm dressed up because I'm back in Vancouver, BC 10 days ago, and now I got the rhythm just now to make videos and make some exciting videos for things to do. I mean, these houses are immaculate, but my house is not as rich, but one day I'll get a house like this for my own business and stuff. If I have a business or some kind of deal I get, I'll buy one of these houses or I'll buy one of these cars, but not this car because I don't like this car too much. But I am just walking around in my neighborhood, and this is my neighborhood. I'll walk you down to my house, and what's it called? The people who are over at my house are my cousins, and they're kind of using something tactics to go against Angelina Jolie or Brad Pitt or whatever you want to call it to bring the system down. But it's not going to work this time because the chosen ones are always chosen. Yeah. And you can see the magic working on me right now at this point of my life. As you can see, since I've been back from Pakistan, the magic has been working on me, and you see a big difference in me in every way. So, like it said, you'll get better looking, you'll do this, you'll do that, and the magic is working at this point, and I'm living life like a billionaire, trust me. I'm living better than a billionaire right now. I'm living like a trillionaire. But uh, as you can see that my motives are not to be a person who picks up girls or pimps girls or but so all the Arabic and Persian and Egyptian girls on my front page of Twitter, you really need to go away because I feel really insecure about everything because I'm not a rich guy who drives a BMW or a BM 760 or a Mercedes Benz. I just don't even have a car. I just I'm living off my credit card, but luckily my parents have money because my parents were soldiers for the American United States of America uh, in the Afghan War. So they made some quiet money, so my house is paid off and everything like that. But in the end of the day, I still don't have money. So I'm trying to figure out a mathematic way to come up with money and stuff like that because I can't just live off $4,000 of credit card every single month. I just went to Pakistan, came back 10 days ago. I spent like $10,000, 4,000 for my credit card, and then every paycheck I got every single month, I would spend that, and it equal up to $9,000 or $10,000. So I'm not saying I'm unthankful because I'm not unthankful at this point in any way, but I'm thankful for everything. As you can see, it's a very beautiful area. The beach is just down the street. As you can see, the beach is right there. That's the beach. And I don't really go down there that much, but as you can see, I'll show you from that perspective. That's the beach. This is a lake or a beach or whatever you want to call it, but these houses are really expensive and stuff like that. But mostly all the Indian people own these houses, so I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure when I will be able to afford a house like this in my life. But as you can see, these are tall walls and stuff like that. I don't know how they get their money, where they get their money from to buy these houses and stuff. But I'll, I'm not allowed to record my house on the video because my brother and my dad guys don't let me record videos on my house. But like I said, my house is really It's like a 60-year-old house or 40-year-old house, but it's all renovated in every way. And more, it's more like a classic house than to be a more elegant house, which I plan to own in the future in every way. But as you can see, this is quite well structured and stuff like that. And I'll walk you through some ways and some areas here and there to show you how it's different from Pakistan and what kind of experience we had. Like you walked through with me in Pakistan for the last 5 months, as like you said, you weren't looking at anybody else. You were just looking at my stuff, basically. So you're looking at my stuff. So I mean, these houses are pretty immaculately done, but they're kinda like, when it comes to the point, when you think about it, they're like $10 million houses. So something like this I can never afford in my life. Because like I said, my parents might have money. This is a very elegant and rich area, but like I said, my parents have money, but I don't have that kind of money for anything. So I'm working myself way up with my music and my career to get something like this one day. Maybe it's in the next 20 years or 30 years, God forbid, if I don't die or anything like that. But I'm working myself in every way to manifest these dreams and stuff like that. And it's it's unbelievable when you come to a point in your life when you say, okay, things will get better, but things get worse. When you don't have money, you can't really do anything. When you don't have a job, really can't do anything. And me, I have my degree, I have my high school, college, but it's like sad, no one hires me. I don't know what's it about me. Maybe it's the tattoos on the face or whatever it is. The the beauty spots that I got tattooed. Maybe that's what it is. But I don't know why no one hires me. But no one hires me ever, so I'm kind of stuck in this life. The only thing I'm concerned about is not ending up on the streets. Because when you don't have a job, when you don't have a job, you can when you don't have a job, you can never do anything in life because a job is a job. You have to have job to have money and for spending. And this is not Pakistan or anything like that. It's not the Middle East that you can spend so much money and you're still balling because it's so cheap there. Or Iraq or Istanbul or whatever, or Egyptian Cairo, whatever you want to call it, or Saudi Arabia, Mecca, or whatever you want to call it, whatever you're from, it doesn't matter to me, but it's cheap there, so it's not it's not as cheap here, believe me. Vancouver is the most expensive city in the world when it comes to, see, now these houses from here get kind of old. So this is the old house. My house is something similar to an old house like this, but like you said, you have seen my house so many times before. But this year, since I wasn't here, no one took care of the garden, no one helped the garden, no one did the flowers. It's like it turned from a nice, beautiful looking, decent house to a trap house. So I don't believe that. I mean, as you can see, the gardens over here are not that bad and stuff like that, but I believe that you can make everything perfect once you put a little bit of effort into it. No matter what you can make a house look like this, old house look like this, if you put just a little bit of effort into it. And small things, not big things, just small things. Like here and there, you tweak it up a little bit, you work on the garden, you work on things. So see, this is my street. That's my house right there. That's my house right there with the flat top. And those are my neighbors. Neighbors have expensive houses and stuff like that, but like I said, I'm just working myself way up so I can get my own house. Or the whole point is not to get a house, get a condo in downtown, and just go out down there and get coffee or whatever you want to call it. And see the house with a Tesla is my house kinda, but I'll just walk you through things that are important than to be Marvel, if you know what I'm saying to you. These are my neighbors. These are my neighbors, and like I said, these are all Indian people. These are not some rich politicians, or they're not Leonardo DiCaprio, of course, but they are somewhat. They're somewhat a time frame when it comes to working. That's my house right there with the old Monte Carlo and the big garden and the Tesla. So my house is not that bad, but it's kind of comes to a point where it says you can work much better when it comes to garden work, which they haven't done this year. Last year was just green like an island, and that's the beach right there. That's the beach right there. So those are all my cars, and as you can see, the house is not that great. It's an old house, but it could be a little tweaked up if you put a little bit of effort into it. And I have apple trees and everything like that, so I'm working myself way up. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll get back to you.